This is a Ben Frank Connection presentation.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome back to another brand new edition of Opinion City. I am your host, Ralph. I'm here again with my co-host and tag team partner, Parmesan. What is going on today?
What is going on, Ralph?
It is another beautiful day, and we have got another huge show. This one really is a huge show.
Yeah, we got not one, not two, but 3 guests today.
3 guests. It's a little different than anything we've done before. I mean, we've had multiple guests at one time, but we have 3 different guests today, and we're super excited. And of course, in our main event today, we've got another huge top 5 list for you. So be sure to stay tuned to our main event section at the end of the show to get that amazing top 5. But if you want to support us, it's real easy. Got 3 easy steps.
Show them how it's done.
Number 1, hit that thumbs up button to let us know you like what we're doing. Number 2, smash. And I literally mean smash.
I mean,
that subscribe button.
Destroy that subscribe button.
Get up to the top rope, hit it with the elbow drop, give it the big boot in the leg drop so that you don't miss anything that we're doing here on this channel. And number 3, hit that share button so everybody knows how much you love our show and everybody gets to see the great stuff that we're doing. And if you really want to support us, you can buy some merch.
Get some merch.
Sean, do we have merch?
Boys.
Sean, do we have merch? Is there merch out there?
Merch. We have too much merch. And if anybody, blame me for that. Blame me for that. It's my fault.
Yes, we've got a lot of merch. We've got great stuff. We've got some WrestleMania stuff up there to get you ready for WrestleMania season. So again, links down in the buy some merch. Be sure to follow us on socials at Opinion City Pod to get everything we're doing, and follow us at Ben Frank Connect to get everything the Ben Frank Connection is doing, and that includes stuff from us, stuff from ABJ, the ABJ podcast, the Tornado Tag podcast. So follow everything there, and of course, finally, follow and support our guests. You'll see the link.
Show them some love.
Running. Yeah, you'll see the links running at the bottom of the screen during the show. So please, take some time and follow and support our guests. It's very important to show them some love as well. All right.
Indeed.
With that in mind, Sean, it is time to introduce our first guest. Who do we have?
Number one we have this week. We're gonna bring him in. It's one Oliver Passion. Let's bring him in on the show.
Hey,
what's going on, man?
Hello,
Mr.
How are you? Mr. Passion.
Yeah.
What's
right
happening?
here in the flesh.
Yeah.
I just came back from a show at Titan Championship Wrestling last night. Was in a big battle royal. Too bad I came up a little short.
Well, there's
But
always next time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Always
right.
Next time.
Right. Gotta keep it going.
Gotta keep it
All
going.
right. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who exactly is Oliver Passion?
Let's go.
Oliver Passion is just a guy that gets all the girls. Even some people don't really see it that way. He's just. That's about it. That's all he ever does. That's it on his mind 24/7. Just girls.
Yeah. The ladies, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Get them girls.
A little bit of a ladies' man in there. So was there a moment or like a catalyst in your wrestling that created Oliver Passion?
Well, my wrestling career is only been so short. I've only had 3 matches in my 10-year career.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in the Mount Olympus Rumble. Lasted maybe a minute, and then I was in this Body Slam Challenge with the American Kaiju, Jeff Noyes. He's a big fella, and threw out my back a little bit.
Oh no!
He was 300 pounds. What do you expect?
Yeah, well, that's
He's a
big
dude.
And Battle Royal I just mentioned, Jeff Noyes, apparently he wanted to do more damage, blindsided me with a clothesline over the top.
Oh, man.
No good.
No good at all.
No bueno.
No bueno, man.
No mas.
Yeah.
No mas.
Yeah, I know a little Espanol.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen.
Sure.
You got, if you want to get the ladies, you got to know a little bit of all the languages. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I can just imagine there's this moment where, you know, you're out there in the ring, and, you know, out of the corner of your eye, you see that woman that is just staring you down, and
right.
You know, all of her passion is born. Like, you know, the ladies' man just comes out, and
exactly.
I can see it all happening.
Exactly. I even take my time walking around the ring to see, make sure. Okay, that's an 8. That's a 7. Ooh, 9.5 right there.
We're just ranking them now. Just walking out and ranking them.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So, you know, in talking about all of her passion here, and again, as you mentioned, you know, you have a relatively short career, so you're just kind of getting things going here. But really, thing you'd like to accomplish in the world of wrestling, something that's maybe a main goal for all of her passion.
I think it's just like every other wrestler, you know, get all the titles. Babes will come from left and right.
I can see it. Yeah.
And just bring all of her passion to the next level.
Okay.
All right. It seems that you took a little bit of influence in your character from one Dude Love, but was there any other wrestlers or characters that also influenced you to all of her passion?
This one Cartoon Network show called Johnny Bravo.
Oh
yes, such a good show.
What a great role model.
Exactly. And there was another wrestler, Val Venus. There's a little sprinkle of that in there.
Sure.
Right. Right.
Well, you know, you gotta take a little from here, a little from there. You know.
Right.
Yeah, a little here, a little there. We make one big cookie.
Right.
I like it. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah. You're like the ladies' man Oreo sandwich cookie.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yes. I like that one.
Love it. Do you have a favorite moment that you've had so far as Oliver Passion?
Not right now, just because it is so young in my career. Let's just see what the future holds. Maybe the future will bring on bigger and better things.
Sure.
Right. Sure. So when did you join the Monster Factory? How did that all come about?
So the person that made my character joined the Monster Factory July of 2018.
Okay.
And hasn't looked back since.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You went just forward, and that's all you did.
Yeah. I went to the school on a Wednesday. It was literally just me and Dan, and I signed up that day. And as you can say, the rest is history.
Right.
So, where did the conscious choice for pink come from? Was that just something you did for the ladies there, or?
Yeah, I just think pink is more of a feminine color, and plus, real men wear pink.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, of course, naturally.
Exactly.
Bret Hart would agree.
Exactly. Bret Hart's a great example. Great example.
Actually, a little inspiration of my gear. I got a little Bret Hart going down, I think, my right leg.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, Bret Hart was the hit man. You could call yourself the hit on man.
Yeah, I'll think about that.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm just trying to help give you a hand here. Not that you need it with the ladies, but
Right.
every little bit helps. A little insurance here, a little insurance there.
A little give, a little take.
Yeah, I got you.
Awesome. All right. So anything else we should know about Oliver Passion? Anything else the fans should know?
So this whole gimmick came out of a promo because we had a show at the factory called Passion. And
nice.
So the whole idea for the promo came from Christian Rocco and Brian Murphy.
Okay.
And I just thought, okay, this is going to be a one-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
And a promoter at another promotion said, okay, you and your other tag team partner, I'm never going to book you guys as a tag team. But that promo, I want that as a character.
Nice.
And Oliver Passion was born.
Very cool. See, I love when a plan comes together.
Right.
That's great.
And I finally get a last name.
Yeah.
Right. You finally get a last name.
Last names are important.
Last names are very important. Or in some cases, first names, because in the mainstream media they love to take out first names and leave the last names.
Yeah. Or sometimes it's the other way around.
Well, that's fair too. I mean, hey, they could have just called you Passion. They could have just called you.
Like if they're calling me across the room, yeah, it's Passion.
Yeah.
Passion.
Yeah. Well, if somebody's screaming Passion, I have a feeling that everybody in the room knows who they're talking to.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. So
That's
does Oliver Passion have a dream match? Like, if you could pick one person that you could wrestle as, Oliver Passion versus whoever.
Right.
Right now, I'm looking at PJ Savage.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
That's a good choice.
All right. It's a great choice.
I've known PJ for a couple years, and right now he's on such a big run at Titan, and I just feel like we would mesh well with each other.
Right.
Awesome.
That's cool. Yeah.
All
Do you wrestle over there often?
Yeah, I think they run shows like once a month.
Okay. Are they mainly out of Jersey?
Yeah. I think their main spot is Bayville, but we've been up to Hoboken, Toms River. So it's more of the northern Jersey area.
Right. Right.
Awesome. All right. Well, this has been great and getting a little chance to chat with you here. We thank you for giving us some of your time today, introducing the world to the man known as Oliver Passion.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sure all of our female fans will be going crazy and don't worry. If you are interested in Mr. Oliver Passion, we'll let you know how you can get in contact with him.
Reach out to him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks for your time today, and
no problem.
we're gonna take a short little break here, and we'll be right back with our next special guest. All right. And as you saw in the video there, we have another series that we do. It is called Wrestling with Life. And you can find that on our YouTube channel. We've got some great interviews. We just had an interview come out this week with Jack, the ring announcer, who you may have known as Loud and Noxious or Gavin Loudspeaker. So please head over to our YouTube channel and check out all the great Wrestling with Life interviews we have.
And also, if you want, join our Patreon. If you get on our radio, you can get Wrestling with Life 1 week earlier. Get that on Monday.
Yeah, a full
Friday.
5 days.
A full 5 days.
So
earlier.
you'll get
early
get to
access
see it before everybody else. And that's not the only thing we've got. We've got some other great options over on the Patreon. So check that out. You can find that link in our description as well. And with that, I believe we are ready for our next guest. Sean, who do we have coming up
number
next?
2. This is another guest we have on the show here. This is more of the darker side, if you will. We're going to go into the opposite side of the spectrum. Oliver Patton 2. This time we have Oliver. Let's bring him on. What's up, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just thinking about, I don't know.
Deep in thought there. Jeez.
Deep in thought there, man.
Well, I'm a little worried by that. I don't know what you're thinking.
You should be.
Oh, no. At this point. Oh, no. I'm nervous.
Oh my. All right. So so let's talk a little bit about Oliver. How do you stand out from our other guests today, Oliver Passion and the upcoming Oli-V?
Well, let's just say I like to play with fire a little bit.
Oh,
bit of a pyromaniac, as you would say.
Oh,
okay. Someone likes playing with fire.
Yeah, and you don't want to mess with anybody that plays with fire.
No.
I don't think I do.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Just the whole thing. Yeah, just Dan doesn't let me have fire in the building. You know, he'll set up a smoke alarm. He'll be very unhappy.
Oh, that terrible Dan! How dare he?
Dan's like, listen,
exactly.
We know you're a pyro guy. Let's not give you any pyro to use during the match, okay? Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, the last time I heard, I believe Paulsboro has a fire department. So like,
right?
You know, everything's okay. Seriously
though. I'll probably have to run that by him.
Well,
I'll probably still get no, but
yeah,
maybe one day he'll crack.
Just be like, hey, I got a big surprise for you tonight.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's a big surprise.
Yeah. But it seems as though you do have a bit of a rougher side, a little dark around the edges, if you will. So, like, was there an event where you needed to bring this darker side out in order to defeat your enemy?
So this was the original. This is the character I had in mind going into the factory.
Okay. Got you.
But like wrestling, a lot of people have a lot of ideas. So somebody had the same character I wanted to do, like Getty Cahoon.
Getty, that's right.
Yes. Right. And then Getty took me under his wing a little bit.
Okay.
Gave me a new name. And now that Getty's in and out right now, I kind of just took over, made it mine.
That's right.
Nice.
Take over.
That's exactly. Take it over, man.
So speaking about this, darker side, have you had any experience with some of the more hardcore style of matches, and what would you say is maybe one of your more brutal matches that you've had?
So I had a match with Royal Money and Rio Roman, I want to say two years ago. And it was for the hardcore title at We Are One.
Okay.
And Royal beat the crap out of both of us. Like, my chest was all purple. I was bleeding.
Oh, no.
And this is the guy that trained me.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Oh, no. There's some bad blood there, apparently.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, like, if it wasn't for being trained by Royal, I don't think I would want to wrestle any other way. Because I like the realness of it.
Right.
It's still safe in a way. Yes, you're going to leave pretty sore, but you're not going to be hurt.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's a good way to look at it. I'm going to leave sore, but I'm not going to be hurt.
Yeah, I'm just going to be sore for a few days, maybe a week.
Yeah, but he always says this is wrestling, it's not ballet.
I mean, that's very true. That's very true.
Bones break, they heal. Hey, it's
exactly.
Well, listen. So he beat the stuffing out of you. How did he look after you were done with him? I mean, did you give him a good few what-fors?
I tried to, but
Yeah.
Royal is a tough man.
Yeah.
He brought something out of me that day that I didn't even know I had.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave him my best shot, and it failed.
Well, listen, you're still standing. That's the important thing. There's always
that's
always
the
another
important part.
Always another day to fight. Yeah.
So, would you be open to doing a death match one day? And if that's the case, who would you want to be your opponent in said death match?
I don't know about an opponent, but I will try anything once. I've done a couple hardcore matches, and deathmatch, it's on the table.
Okay.
That's what I like to hear. Yeah.
Have you watched any of the matches? Do you watch death matches? Can you watch death matches?
I can watch death matches.
Okay.
I recently saw Nick Gage and Matt Cardona.
Oh God, such a good match too.
And I saw when they did, I think it was a superplex off the ropes onto the painted glass. Matt Cardona's shoulder. His shoulder was the first thing that hit. That's why it was bleeding so bad.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
I mean,
and
doing that
I was
against
watching
Nick
the
Gage
video.
and with that crowd too. No, I would say just with that crowd too. They
were
so mad. They were so mad.
I'm surprised he left.
Yeah. As soon as he won, he got out of there, out of Dodge, as fast as possible. The fans were like, "No," they were not happy.
The best way to do it. Yep.
No, this is our John Cena. How could you do that?
Yeah.
Exactly. Nick Gage was that dude.
Yeah,
exactly.
He was that dude.
So, what would you say are maybe some of your favorite moments or your favorite moment as Oliver?
My favorite moment, I think winning the tag team titles with Daniel Alexander.
Nice.
Because we weren't like the top picks to win because we were facing off against South Philly's finest. But I guess it was just our lucky day.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, there's nothing lucky about it when you're good.
Exactly.
That's the way you gotta look at it, man. That underdog story is the perfect story. Like having nobody give you a chance and then just going out there, especially against showing them up in the ring. Just going out there and giving it to them.
Yeah, and we both respect South Philly's finest.
Right.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a cool feeling that, okay, these guys are 12, 13, 14 time tag team champions, and we beat them at least once.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's something nobody can take away from you.
Exactly.
That's very
and
true.
it was that Turkey Slam, biggest show of the year.
Nice.
You can't go down from that.
No,
you can't
absolutely.
Any higher than that, that's
any
WrestleMania.
Higher.
That's your WrestleMania, man. That's
it depends how you look at it. If you're talking about like your dark side, hey, I can't get any lower than that, buddy. But,
right.
No, that's awesome.
But you mentioned Daniel Alexander. You also have another tag team partner as well.
Ooh.
So my question is, who did you work with first, Christian Rocco or
Daniel Alexander? Yeah, Daniel Alexander. I started tagging with him in 2020.
Okay.
And Christian Rocco 2023.
Gotcha.
Cool.
You're good.
So here's a question, and this is I don't know if you've ever thought about this before, but if we're standing in the middle of the ring and we look at one corner and we see Oliver, and we're standing in the middle of the ring and we look at the other corner and we see Oliver Passion, what happens? Who's going to come on top in that match?
Ooh.
I don't think Passion has. I don't think Passion has. I don't think he can go against Oliver because he's just not going to stop. Like he's just going to beat the tar out of him.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oliver
Even
Passion
when-
won't know what hit him.
Exactly. You can try to fight, but
I don't know if there's any darkness in Oliver Passion, but is there any bit of a ladies' man in Oliver? You think there's some
no.
goth chicks out there that are
No. The ladies stay far away from me as
oh
possible.
boy. Yeah.
Man.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm still here, so
Right. Right.
Right. So while you've got this opportunity here, anything else our fans, our listeners should know about Oliver? What's something they should take away from this?
if you see me, you better run.
Oh Jesus.
Wow. Okay.
Words to live by from Oliver here.
Yeah. Words to the wise. Remember those words.
Remember those words.
Yeah.
You see a blue vest, stay far, far away, man. Just turn the other way.
That's right.
You see a panel, you turn around.
Yeah. That's right. Well,
And also, if you're looking for a fight, you better come in fighting.
yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Always
You better
ready
come
for a
in
good
strong.
fight.
Exactly.
All
Better
right.
come in
Well,
strong.
yeah. Well, we appreciate your time today.
Exactly.
On this very special episode of Opinion City here with our first with multiple guests. So it was
Right.
great to hear a little bit about what makes the darkness inside Oliver tick. So
Right.
thanks for joining us today, and
True that.
I'm sure we'll be talking to you real soon.
I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah. All right. So we've got one more special guest today. And before we get to that special guest, we're going to take a short little break here while you watch this video, and we will be right back.
We'll do it.
All right.
So Ralph, what is that all about?
Well, as you've seen there, that is our brand new segment, Fireside Chat with the Champion. And our brand new segment is going to debut Wednesday, April 3rd.
WrestleMania week, baby.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
We will be at Labor of Love's Wrestle John show. We will be doing the kickoff show first, and then after the show's over, immediately following the show, we're going to have a recap show where we tell you about everything you need to know about what happened at WrestleJohn. And we're going to debut Fireside Chat with the Champion during that show as we talk to the very first citywide champion for Labor of Love. Either Cheeseburger or Weber Hatfield, whoever wins that championship match, will be getting an exclusive interview with them for our first Fireside Chat with the Champion.
Yeah, we will. Who's your pick, buddy? Who do you want to see win the first citywide champion?
I think it's going to be a tough match. I've watched
Give me a match.
I've watched the tournament that's been going on YouTube. If you haven't checked that out,
go watch
High
it.
Tension Wrestling's YouTube channel has the tournament leading up to that. So go check out matches there. Cheeseburger is always tough. I've seen Cheeseburger wrestle a number of times, and Cheeseburger is tough. However, I feel like there's a heart and a passion and a desire to win inside that is hard to push down. And I mean, some may, I've known Weber for a long time, and some may call it an upset, but I don't see it that way. I think Weber's going to go in there, and I think he and Cheeseburger are going to take it right to the wire. But I think Weber's going to pull out the win. I got Weber.
Cheeseburger.
You got Cheeseburger?
Oh yeah.
Hey, listen. Cheeseburger is a super tough competitor. You cannot.
He's a phenomenal talent. Phenomenal talent. Both of them are.
Yeah,
it's so hard. They're both good. We've had Weber on the show.
It's gonna be a great match either way.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. Looks like our third and final guest today is ready to go. So Sean,
let's go.
Let's bring him in. Who do we got?
We have the one and the only, last but not least, save the best for last, Oli-V.
From the WP, baby.
Hey, there he is. All right.
There he is.
Gotta rep it.
Exactly. So we've gotten to know Oliver. We've gotten to know Oliver Passion. Let's get to know, in my opinion, the original, the Mick Foley, if you will, all three. Oli-V. Where does your journey begin in the world of wrestling? How does all of this even happen? Where did it begin?
My earliest memory of wrestling, me and my buddy were playing SmackDown versus Raw 2007. And the only thing I remember was the Boogeyman and just how cool he was. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And then I kind of fell off of that for a while. And then I was flipping through my channels on a Monday night, and then Raw was on. I saw Randy Orton punt Husky Harris.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't know, that got me back into it. And then, so I couldn't watch Raw because it was on a school night. So I was a big SmackDown guy. And I got in, I think Christian just won the world title. And then they did the whole Christian Randy Orton feud, which I think, in my opinion, is a lot better than Summer of Punk.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. All right.
I've always been a big Christian fan. Huge Christian fan. So
I love, especially what he's doing now.
Oh, he's so now good. Nothing but phenomenal. So good.
That man has brought back single-handedly brought back turtlenecks.
Seriously,
that guy's killing it. Seriously.
I don't think anybody else can wrestle in turtlenecks but him. It's his fashion. Nobody else's.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the Monster Factory. So when did you join the Monster Factory, and how did you discover them?
So it was about summer of 2018. I was like, okay, I'm out of high school. What am I going to do with my life? I like wrestling. I don't really want to do anything else. I was just looking up wrestling schools, and not a knock on them. When I saw the name, because I only saw the name, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like a kid's website or something. And then I actually look on it. I'm like, oh, this is an actual school.
Right.
And I call the number, Danny Cage's cell phone number. He has it everywhere. He has it on the building. He has it on his car.
Yep.
And and we go to set up a meeting on a Wednesday. It was just me and him. And it just felt right. And I put my $500 down that day. And then I went to training that Tuesday. And the rest is history.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Very cool.
So what's been your experience like training at the factory and working under Coach Cage?
So there's I'm starting to realize now, at other schools, they teach you how to wrestle, and that's it. What Dan does, he teaches you how to wrestle, how to be a referee, how to be a cameraman, how to be backstage. So that way, you can come here to be a wrestler, but what if WWE needs referees? They need this, they need that. You're ready for that. You're ready to be a helping hand.
Yeah, you're ready to do many things rather than just the one thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, like Sammy Miami, he came in to be a wrestler. Now he's killing it as a referee on NXT.
Sure.
There you go.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've noticed, and this is just kind of an outsider's perspective, but I've noticed that it seems like Coach Cage is more, and this is not a knock on anybody else, but he seems more invested personally in his wrestlers than a lot of other trainers do.
Right.
Can you speak to that a little bit, or what has been your experience like as far as that goes?
So, he did talk about a little bit in the documentary series on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Like his dad shitted on his dream. So once he became a coach, he's like, okay, I'm not going to shit on everybody's dream because I want everybody under me to make it, whether it's WWE, AEW, TNA, elsewhere, or if they don't make it in wrestling, I want them to be a better person in life.
Right.
And he's pretty much been a father figure to me and everybody else.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's really cool. So when did you get the idea for this split personality gimmick, and how did that all start on screen? Did you start off as one character and then it changed, or did you just pull each character out as you went along?
So I started with the Oliver Darkness character, and then slowly but surely started bringing myself out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and then now the whole passion thing's in there. Okay, let me make this 3 distinct characters, so that way, like, I like to have meetings with myself so I can tell 3 different stories.
Sure.
Yeah, it takes me a long time to film because I got to memorize which line. Okay, I'm saying this to this person. I'm saying that to that person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, okay, I can tell 3 different stories all in one promo instead of bringing up 3 different promos. And plus, like, it depends on the match. I could be facing this guy as this character. Okay, but this other guy fits the other character. Let me wrestle as him. And then, yeah, that's how I figured, okay, let me do these split personalities.
Have you ever done that thing where when Foley back in the 90s, the thing where he interviewed himself? Because if you haven't yet, that might be something that you need to do one day, and have 3 faces of Oliver and have a sit down with all 3 of you guys.
So I'm actually working on that. That's actually a little bit harder.
Yes.
To have all 3 on one screen.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's just like, I know how to do it.
Right.
It's just like, okay, I need to be in this specific spot. And I actually tried to do it once, but then like one character was like a little off frame, and I'm like, oh crap, now I got to scrap the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's gonna be a little bit easier until I can get a little better with the editing.
Right.
Yeah. So this idea of the split personality gimmick, going into wrestling, is this something that just sort of evolved, or was this always something that you wanted to do, something that you thought maybe, kind of how your character goes, or did it just evolve out of an idea over time? I think we lost some audio here.
Yeah. There you go.
You back?
No.
All right. So we've lost some audio with Oli-V here. We're going to try and get him back.
Yes.
We're going to work on getting him back. In the meantime, we'll just keep the show rolling here.
Right. We're going to keep moving on while he's doing that.
Yeah. I always love, an idea like a split personality gimmick when people are willing to, and it's not just a split personality gimmick, but like when people are willing to take a character and kind of go out on a limb and do something crazy or something inventive. It's always interesting to see. And we're still working on the audio here.
Still working on Oliver. We'll work on him in a second.
Yep, we'll see what we can do here.
Oli-V.
But yeah, I love the idea of people that are taking characters and just kind of trying something different. And again, like we talked about, this was done by Mick Foley before, so we've seen it, but it's always interesting to see, when people kind of take that risk and go out on a limb and try something completely different. Let's see if we have him back.
Oli-V, can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Yep.
No.
All right. So it looks like we've lost audio with Oli-V.
We're gonna reset you, Oli-V. We're gonna keep going. We'll try this again. Be right back. Yep. All right. I'm gonna send him out again.
Sure.
Typical difficulties on one side. It's all right. We happen.
It happens. We'll see if we can get him back.
Yeah. It's all good. But yeah, no, you were saying about split personality.
Yeah. So I like when people are willing to take these risks, and especially when like people are trying to be creative about it, in different ways. And it does look like he took some inspiration from Mick Foley, but he kind of made it all his own. Like you have the Oli-V character, which we'd equate the Oli-V character we'd equate to Mick Foley, and then if you look at like the Oliver character, which is the dark side, I really wouldn't say if I looked at Mick Foley, it was more of like the more violent side of him coming out, but I feel like he's taking it in a little bit of a different direction, talking about like this darkness inside him and just how that kind of takes over. And then Oliver Passion was a very different, little different than Dude Love. There was some inspiration there, but
a version of Dude Love, if you will.
Dude Love tried to be a ladies' man, but All right, so it looks like we may have Oli-V back here. Let's try this one more time, see how we're doing. Hey,
technology.
Hey,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen,
welcome back. Oli-V
to the show.
We are back in the saddle.
It was
ready to go.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
All right.
But now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into you. You also run a promotion on the side as well called We Are One Wrestling. Can you talk to us about how that promotion came about and who you work with?
Okay, so the main 3 guys on it is me, Daniel Alexander, and Just Saying. We Are One started as a backyard promotion in Philly with Daniel started it just to get kids out of the streets, like give them something to do.
Sure.
And then,
really cool.
Yeah, and then it came about like, okay, let's actually like run actual shows. Then I came along, and each show kept getting better than the last one.
That's really cool.
Like, okay, we have our own titles. People want to work with us, and we're trying to like spread out a little bit. We're mostly in Jersey, but we're trying to go out in PA. Okay. I think we did one show up in New York.
And how often does We Are One run shows?
So at our home base in Jersey, we run 4 times a year.
Okay.
So we have our big 4 pay-per-views, and then if we can, might add like a 5th or a 6th.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
And our last show was actually just last week, where we had where we crowned a new Omega Queens champion.
Nice.
Very cool.
And the main event match was very different. I've never seen it before. It was kind of like a Royal Rumble mixed in with War Games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you start with 2 people, then every 3 minutes a new person comes in, but eliminations cannot occur until everybody's in the ring.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Then once everybody's in the ring, it's over the top rope, pinfall or submission until it gets back down to the final 2. Then it's just pinfall or submission.
Oh, very cool.
That's cool.
So we're just trying to be different because we see everybody's trying to copy WWE and AEW. We want to be like all the way over here.
Right.
That's really
gotta
cool.
stand out somehow.
Yeah. Absolutely. So how do you and I don't know if this is I don't know if this is a big thing or not, but is it hard to juggle kind of helping run a promotion while also being a wrestler yourself and working a full-time job? I mean, how do you balance all of that?
Not that great, but I somehow
I knew that was coming.
Well, luckily with my job, my boss is also a wrestler, so
nice.
There you go, even better.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's even better. So I do that in the morning, so I have to be at work at like 7 a.m. and then I go to training to work with me. I'm talking to Daniel and Just all day, every day. It's like, okay, what next can we do? Because we have a show coming up in April. Okay, how do we make this better than the last show? Because Super Bowl killed us.
I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
And
I can only imagine.
Yeah, it still wasn't a bad show. Like the energy was still there. It's just not
how we wanted it to be, but
Right.
gonna have those days.
Sure.
Yeah, no, of course you're gonna have your good and bad, but I will give you credit for trying to do it before the Super Bowl. That way, people can still make it in time to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
we did all we could, and we didn't
right.
we didn't want to change the date again because we did have a date. I think it was like Eagles and Cowboys, and it's like okay, nobody's gonna show up to that, especially because if it's at 4:00.
Yeah.
So okay, let's change the date. Then we're not into. We don't follow the NFL. We didn't know it was a Super Bowl until somebody pointed it out to us. Like,
yeah.
Oh crap!
You're like, oh man, what did I do?
Damn it!
Let's make the show 2 hours earlier, and hopefully we can. Okay, people can come here and then watch the Super Bowl later.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, look, it was a good try. You got to do what you can. Yeah.
Right.
Do you have any plans for Mania Week? I know there's a lot of big stuff going on in the area. Do you have any plans going for that?
So the Monster Factory is actually having other promotions run out of the factory.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a way because Mania is going to be, because the factory is 20 minutes away from where Mania is going to be. It's really right over the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, okay, since a lot of people are going to be down for that week, why not have multiple promotions run out of that place? So that way it's an easy drive and it helps everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely. They've got to, and if you haven't checked out the lineup at the Monster Factory, get on socials, get on their website. It's ridiculous. Just the different promotions that are coming in. The show that Monster Factory themselves is holding is an absolute stacked card.
Stacked isn't even the word for it, man.
Yeah, it's
some of those stars, some of those names.
Everybody's
on that
bringing
card.
out the big guns for Mania Week. Like everybody's just going all out, and Monster Factory is no different. They're pulling out all the stops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the main event is David Goldie and Steve Macklin.
That's gonna be insane.
Which is awesome.
If you look at Mania, you say okay, like because there are a lot of shows. So if you say like these are the top 10 matches that I want to see that week, that one's up near the top because that is gonna be a fantastic match. Definitely Goldie deserving of a match like that. So it's gonna be that's gonna be great.
And plus I'm proud of Goldie. I started maybe like 6 months to a year after him, and seeing him go from this scrawny little kid just like me, and now he's got offers with New Japan. He's tight with Kevin Kelly. He's doing this. He's doing that.
Sure.
And now he's wrestling Macklin in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So talking about We Are One, where can people check out We Are One? You guys have a website? You guys on social media?
We do have social media, Instagram, We Are One Wrestling Vibes, and we are on Facebook, Omega Strong. That's where you can find all of the We Are One stuff. I post a lot of stuff myself. Danny Alexander, just check out our social medias. We tag the We Are One stuff as well, so you can just look at our stuff, and then you'll find your way to the We Are One page.
Yeah, very cool.
Do you have a favorite We Are One match or moment that you've seen so far?
Okay, I have two of my matches, but I'm going to save them for later.
Okay, gotcha.
Smart.
Good idea.
I'm trying to think. There's just one moment that popped me really much. It was Danny Alexander versus Isaac Scythe. Something got a little messed up in that match. It wasn't a total mess up, but they worked into getting back on track, and it just looked so good. Like the fans wouldn't know that they messed up, but us as wrestlers know.
Sure.
All right.
The way that they got back into it was really great. And all of us like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that.
Yeah. Very cool.
So before we get into your main event topic here, we have just one more question to ask you, and this might be a question going forward for any star that we have. So think about this for if you're watching it. What is the biggest crowd pop you've ever heard at a wrestling show?
The biggest crowd pop?
Yeah.
Is that the question? Right now at the Monster Factory, when there's this one guy in the crowd that says world renowned, and then everybody else they suck.
I love that moment, dude. Right. It's so good.
Oh my that and I love those guys to death, but that will never get old.
No, dude. I brought Ralph to a show, and he got to experience that live, and man, it's an experience, man.
It was an experience. Cool. There's a vibe within the Monster Factory, especially even at like shows like TRL. There's just there's kind of like this hometown, like family feeling kind of vibe there. Mm-hmm. Like everybody's all one, and it's moments like that make it really, really special.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fans that have seen us 5, 6, 7 years ago, just starting out, and now we know who we are. They've seen us grow, and it's just great to see. And we're still getting new fans to this day.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, so we're gonna take one last break here, and we're gonna show you a little video here from Streamyard. If you like what we do, if you like the look of things, we do this with Streamyard. And if you want your own podcast, you want something like this, StreamYard is the way to go.
Yep.
So if you want a podcast just like us, we have a link in the description down below. You can get a 14-day free trial of StreamYard, and you can help support your favorite pro wrestling podcast.
Indeed.
And with that, Sean, what time is it?
It is time for the main event. All right. Right on time.
Yep, nailed it.
We are getting into our main event here. Woo! We are giving his top 5 favorite matches that Oliver's had in his career so far. Mm-hmm. So let's get down to brass tacks. Let's get down to your number 5.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Number 5 is when I faced Christian Rocco one-on-one at We Are One. It was extra special because it was for a title I've held for a year. We were the tag champs at that point. And it's just first time ever. We never wrestled one-on-one against each other.
Oh, wow.
I don't think at all, really, because when we were in separate tag teams, we just kind of kept separate. And now, let's see the tag champs go at it.
Yeah, it's always kind of special when you get that, first match when you have tag team partners, tag champs going at each other. It's always special.
Exactly. And we had a great match. Everything was good. And I came out victor.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
You didn't turn on anybody, right? You didn't turn on him. He didn't turn on you at the end. Nope. The friendship, sportsmanship.
Nope. I even checked back because apparently I like being jumped. So I have to check the curtain every time.
Okay.
All right. Great way to start off the list.
Right.
Okay. And my number 4 is a tag with Christian Rocco.
Okay.
Against, world renowns Brian Morris and Chris Desmond. And it was at the factory, our Halloween episode. So we thought, okay, let's go with the Ollie Rock and Sock connection.
Oh,
right.
So you can guess I was the Rock.
Right.
And
sure.
No, he was the Rock. I was Mankind, and we faced world-renowned Descensor, kind of a right to censor parody.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
So it was like a dream match in the Attitude Era.
Nice.
And it was just so fun doing all of mixed stuff. Like I got I copied his mannerisms. I did the swinging neck breaker. I even put out Mr. Sacco.
Nice. Love that. We love that.
Pop for the Sacco.
Right. Every time, man. Every
Awesome.
time.
Exactly.
Very fun.
Now I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
Right.
Super fun. All right. Down to number 3.
Number 3 was actually pretty recent. I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago. It was my other tag partner, Daniel Alexander, against Michelle and Gabby Ortiz as a part when they were part of Unstable.
Okay.
And like we've known them two for a long time and just never been in the ring together. And that match was just so much fun. That crowd loved everything we did. We did a lot of comedy stuff, and the crowd had a blast, and we had a blast wrestling each other.
Sure.
Nice.
Very cool.
That's very cool.
Okay, and number two. Okay, this is why he's number 4 on my top 5 wrestlers of all time. When I faced Chris Desmond right before Christian Rocco.
Okay.
Chris Desmond does not get the credit he deserves. He is a phenomenal athlete. He can do stuff like shooting star presses, 450s, moonsaults, and he's just really good in the ring, and he just doesn't get the credit for it.
Sure.
And that match, everything clicked. I think it was meant to be because that was the same week one of our brothers, Jimmy the Jester, passed. And it was like, this match has to go perfect, and it did.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, sometimes you get in there with somebody and you know that there's that chemistry there.
Yeah.
Right.
Where everything just goes the way it should, and it makes a match like that even more special when you feel that chemistry.
Yeah. And we started around the same time too. I think he was like a year after me.
Okay.
So we did a lot of training stuff together, just never on that show in front of people.
Sure.
Right.
Just everything just clicked there. And we did it for Jimmy.
Yeah.
That whole show was about Jimmy because like Jimmy was a guy that you wanted in your locker room. Just upbeat all the time. If somebody had a bad match, he'll say, "Hey, just work on it. Just work on it." He always wants to make sure you have a smile on your face.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. It's funny. His gimmick was a clown, which I don't think it was really a gimmick. That was just him.
Right.
Yeah. That's great.
That's good.
All right.
Number 1.
The main event.
Yes. Here we go.
Okay, so my favorite match of all time was when I faced Samuel Thompson in a street fight in October 2022. It was my first like gimmick match instead of just a normal one-on-one. We had a great story because it wasn't like Dan didn't say, "Hey, I want you guys to do this." It was more, "Hey, let's do this." And then once Dan got the gist of it, it's like, "Okay, it's your story. You direct it."
Right.
And I'm just happy we found tables because everybody on the indies does doors. I wanted an actual table.
Right.
And he also had a girlfriend that was also his manager. So it was kind of like a 2-on-1 handicap. And I like the story of like, okay, I'm the underdog trying to beat the odds. And she was a pain in my ass all match.
Sure.
We set up a table in the corner at the beginning. Later, she went through the table, and the pop when she went through the table, it was so loud I could not hear myself think. It was, and you can we can watch it back. It does not do it justice of being in the ring. Like it was awesome.
That's really cool. That's gotta be such a cool experience when you hear the crowd go wild for certain things that you do in the ring. Like I can't imagine not being in that moment thinking, "Oh, that was awesome. They love that," and then getting back into the matchup.
Yeah, and after the match, you can see on the camera, like we had a thumbtack spot with but we replaced thumbtacks for Jolly Ranchers.
Yes. I love
everybody. Yeah, you can see everybody trying to take a piece. And then I think Bobby was in the main event that day. I think we were like halfway through the show. You can see Bobby come out of the crowd and then grab a couple Jolly Ranchers.
And
yes. He was wrestling Travis and Goldie that night. And they were trying to call their match. And then Bobby just kept popping Jolly Ranchers. That was awesome.
That might be the first time I've ever heard of Jolly Ranchers being used in a match like that. That's pretty cool.
Right.
And trying to keep it kid friendly, I guess.
I mean, it's a hardcore match, but it has to be PG. So Jolly Ranchers, it is.
It is different. It is something that people would never expect. But it's fun. That's great.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, another excellent top 5. We get to learn a little bit about Oli-V and his favorite matches. And before we let you go, let's go ahead and get into some upcoming events. All right.
So, all right, Mr. Oli-V, what do you got coming up down the pipeline?
Yes, on behalf of you and Oliver Passion, you are the elected representative to tell us about what is coming up.
Off the top of my head, Titan Championship Wrestling is having a tryout, taping, and a show all in one night.
Wow. Okay.
So basically, I'm going to be there from 8 in the morning till probably 11 at night.
Oh yeah!
Damn,
marathon,
long time. Woo.
Yeah. And, I have a show in Philly, March 23rd. That's going to be me and Christian Rocco at the Wrestling Independent.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the Alley Rock Express is back.
Oh,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And then the next We Are One show is April 28th. And we just unveiled a new championship, the We Are One Internet Championship, and I'm in a fatal 4-way for that title.
Okay.
Nice.
It's going to be me, E-Money Millie, Chris Desmond, and Jake Manley.
Nice.
So all Monster Factory guys going for a We Are One title.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's
make
gotta
sure
feel
you
cool.
Yeah. Oh, geez. That's exciting.
And also, we got a bunch of others. I'm trying to list them off the top of my head, but that would take a while.
Yeah. Well, we'll throw the links for the We Are One socials down in the description, so you can make sure that you follow them online to see everything that they've got going on, and of course,
follow the vibe.
Follow the
that's
vibe.
right. And follow Oli-V online to see everything he's got going on as well. Sean, we got some stuff coming up, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Well, next week we've got a big show.
Oh yeah, big one.
We've got the Australian sensation here, Shaza McKenzie. Now in the U.S. full time. So we'll be talking to her and getting her perspective on life as a professional wrestler and everything she's got going on. So we're super excited about that. And while you're waiting for that episode to come out, we've got some other things you can check out. Just this past Friday, we had a brand new episode of Wrestling with Life come out with Jack the Ring Announcer. So head on over to our YouTube channel and check that out. And you can always check out last week's show. We had Selena Hecate on the show, as we found out last week. And we had a great interview with her. Again, another
very good
upcoming star in the world of wrestling. So we got her perspective on
another friend of the show.
Out the journey, a great friend of the show. Yep. So you can check those two out. And before we wrap things up here, I got one final question, and I've been thinking about this during the entire show. And so I figured I'd wait till the end and we can wrap up with this question. All right, Oli-V, you again are the selected representative for the group. So you'll be answering this question.
Yeah.
So if I'm standing in the middle of the ring and I look over to one side and I see Oli-V, Oliver, and Oliver Passion on one team, and I look over at the other side of the ring and I see Mick Foley, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack, which team's coming out on top?
Oh man.
It is the throwdown.
You can't do that.
Yeah. Well, listen, I can do anything I want. This is my show.
Okay.
Right.
Sean and I run this piece. We can do anything we want.
I don't know. I think Cactus Jack would want to tear it up with Ollie.
Yeah.
Dude Love and Passion are just gonna leave and try to get all the girls.
Right.
And Mick Foley and Oli-V, we're just gonna wrestle.
We're just gonna wrestle.
All right.
But who's coming out on top? I'm saying Mick Foley. I'm sorry.
I understand.
I gotta be nice. Okay. I gotta be nice. I
get it. You know.
I gotta be nice to Hardcore Legends.
Yep. That's right.
I love you, Nick.
Yeah, we all do. All right. Yes. Well, this has been a phenomenal episode. We want to thank our special guests, plural. Oliver Passion, Oliver, and of course, the man you see on the screen right now, Oli-V from the WG.
Yep.
So, we thank all of you for joining us today. Make sure you're following all of them on social media so you know exactly what's going on. And of course, follow We Are One Wrestling. And we thank you for your time today. It was great getting to talk to you.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. You are welcome on the show anytime, buddy. So
I'll be giving you.
We'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Well, another fantastic episode. Few technical issues, but we made our way through and we finished everything up. So
power through, man. You saw nothing.
Right.
You saw nothing.
We just keep rolling on through no matter what. So so we want to thank our special guests, and we want to thank you for joining in today and watching our very special episode, the Three Faces of Oliver. Again, follow us on all the socials, follow our guest and support our guest. We've got merch in the description. Make sure you're checking that out. And like, subscribe, and share us with all your friends, all your strangers.
Anybody.
Go out and ask somebody if they have any split personalities and get every one of their split personalities.
Get all of them to watch
on YouTube. Yeah. So it's been a great episode, and we will see you guys next week.
Signing off.
This is Ultimo Ann here. You're listening to Opinion City Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Happy trails to you till we meet
again. Thanks for watching this presentation. Like, share, and subscribe for more.